It's been just 10 days since a targeted assassination rocked the Middle East, and today, those aftershocks are quickly turning into a full-blown regional war. We're going to break down the three most critical developments from the last 24 hours. A sudden, major power shift in Tehran, a wave of attacks lighting up air defenses across the Gulf, and the economic fallout that's already hitting the rest of the world.
So what is going on here? In Tehran, a new supreme leader has been named right in the middle of this conflict. At the same time, missiles and drones are putting air defense systems across the Gulf to the test. And, on the global stage, financial markets are, they're starting to panic. Let's dig in, starting with that huge political shift inside Iran.
First up, we've got a seismic change at the absolute top of Iran's power structure. And it's a move that was made with, frankly, stunning speed, all while a war is unfolding.
Okay, so Iranian state media has made it official. Mojtaba Khamenei, who is the second son of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is now the new supreme leader. This comes just over a week after his father's assassination. But to really get the weight of this news, we've got to understand what this job actually is.
The supreme leader isn't just some political figurehead. This is, without a doubt, the single most powerful position in all of Iran. This person has the ultimate authority over everything: the military, the government, the courts. The person in this role gets the final say on every major policy, period.
And just look at how fast this all went down. On February 28th, you have the assassination. Then, just 10 days later, on March 9th, a successor isn't just talked about, he's announced. And he's already getting public pledges of allegiance from key political leaders. This isn't just a normal succession. It's a very rapid consolidation of power happening under the fog of war.
So, with the leadership picture solidifying in Tehran, our focus now has to shift to the military front, where this conflict is just ballooning. It's expanding way beyond Iran's borders and turning into a really complex multi-front war.
Just take a look at this. In the last day or so, multiple Gulf nations found themselves in the line of fire. Qatar raised its threat level after knocking down incoming missiles. Saudi Arabia intercepted a drone, which prompted the US to order some of its staff to leave. Over in Bahrain, sirens went off after a facility was reportedly attacked, and the UAE's air defenses have been busy dealing with both missile and drone threats. This looks like a coordinated region-wide escalation.
And this escalation, it has a very real cost. We're talking human lives and major economic disruption. We have reports of 2 civilian casualties in Saudi Arabia. In Bahrain, the state energy company Bobco declared force majeure. That's basically a legal move you make when something totally unexpected, like these attacks, makes it impossible to fulfill your business contracts. That's a huge deal for energy supplies. And at the same time, both the US and Iran are reporting military casualties, which just goes to show how the impact is being felt across the board.
All of this instability in the region is now sending some serious shockwaves through the global economy. And the clearest sign of that? You just have to look at the price of oil.
$119.50. That was the peak price for 1 barrel of Brent crude oil, which is the global benchmark. A price that high, we haven't seen that in years. And even though it's settled down a little bit, it's still way above a really critical line, both psychologically and economically.
And that line is the $100 mark. See, when oil crosses $100 a barrel, it doesn't just mean things get more expensive at the gas pump. It sends a signal of deep uncertainty and risk to the entire global supply chain. And that causes a ripple effect of panic across all financial markets.
Now, beyond the Gulf and the global economy, the actual physical battlefield itself is expanding, and it's starting to pull in new places and new players.
The latest reports are now confirming that Israeli attacks have reached Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. There's verified footage showing a strike in the Gabiri municipality, and that signals a really significant expansion of this war, opening up a new front in Lebanon. And with that expansion comes some very serious allegations. A brand new report from Human Rights Watch says it's found evidence that Israel used white phosphorus in residential parts of southern Lebanon. And according to them, that would be a violation of international humanitarian law.
Other regional powers are making their own moves too. Citing all this instability, Turkey's Ministry of National Defense has confirmed that they've deployed F-16s and air defense systems to northern Cyprus. It's a strategic chess move that really shows you just how far the ripples of this conflict are spreading.
So let's step back. After 10 days, here's what we have: a newly consolidated leadership in Tehran, a war that is actively spreading to new countries, and a global economy that is getting very, very nervous. And all of this leads us to a really critical question about what happens next.
For now, it really seems like we're past the point of de-escalation. The leadership in Iran is now set in place, and the military actions are just growing in their scope and intensity. So the real question isn't if things will escalate further, but how they'll escalate, what the next stage of this conflict is going to look like, and what the ultimate consequences will be.
Look, this is an incredibly complex situation, and it is evolving fast. As it continues to develop, we're going to keep breaking it down for you with clear, objective analysis. So to make sure you stay on top of the story, be sure to subscribe to our Global Conflict Brief channel.